And if you look in Surah An'am, which is the 6th Surah of the Quran, ayah number 48, Allah said, وَمَا نُرْسِلُ الْمُرْسَلِينَ إِلَّا مُبَشِّرِينَ وَمُنذِرِينَ. I have not sent any of the messengers except that I sent them as people who give good news and those who warn you. فَمَنْ آمَنْ, whosoever will believe, وَأَصْلَحَ, and whosoever will change themselves. Now there's two things Allah said, that you have to believe in what you hear from their lives and you have to change yourselves in terms of your life. فَلَا خَوْفٌ عَلَيْهِمْ وَلَا هُمْ يَحْزَنُونَ. You will have no fear in the next life and you will have nothing to grieve over. To become a prophet is not something that you can just choose and just one day say, well, I can do the same thing. Because we know that Allah Azza wa Jalla has cut off the whole wahi with the demise of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. That's completely cut off. The only thing that remains, which Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam has said on his deathbed, is ar-ru'ya salihah. Is that if you have a good dream, if you have a pious person who has a good dream, and that dream will tell him something, again that does not become wahi, it doesn't become revelation. But it's for him, a message for him, and he's supposed to keep it to himself or to the individual that it concerns. He's supposed to report it, but again those individuals don't have to act upon what he says. Okay? They don't have to act upon what he says. So Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam on his deathbed, according to hadith of Bukhari, he said that everything from Nabuwah, everything from the prophethood has ceased. Except when a man gets a good dream, or a woman will get that, a very good dream, that might be something from the mubashirat, from the good news that Allah gives them to direct them in their life. Now on this point what I want to say to you is that if anyone starts saying, there's so many of these texts and emails and messages that go around, like the Imam of Haram, he's sat in front of the Kaaba and he dozed off and he saw the Prophet in his dream and he told him this is going to happen and the Dajjal is coming out and blah 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 blah. And the best part of this message, which is really the worst part of the message, is when they write at the bottom and he said that whoever spreads this message is going to get this much reward, and if you don't, then you're going to get the punishment of Allah on you. And then you start finding work, people who go to work on Monday morning, they start getting the photocopier jammed because of the amount of papers that are coming out of it, right? Photocopying this message. Now, to report something, first is, for you to say something, a hadith is there. You report from the Prophet ﷺ from a hadith. If you see a good dream or someone's seen it, it's to yourself. It cannot become binding on anyone else. Khalas. That's what the Sharia is. You can't now become an individual and say, well, I've got all this revelation and I'm going to start telling all you people what to do. That's the next thing. Now the other important thing is that even if you see a dream, nowhere, I'm telling you, nowhere will the Prophet now go against his own words which he said while he was alive. Which is that there's going to be no more, Allah's not going to use any human being to send new messages to the earth. So why would suddenly an Imam have a dream in which he now is reporting from the Prophet, and the Prophet is telling him that you better tell all people and you better report this all people, and everyone who gets it better report it, otherwise there's going to be punishment. That would never happen. And if you actually knowingly send that, there is a hadith mutawatir. Now mutawatir is the strongest hadith, that Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam has said, "Man kadhaba alayya muta'ammidan." Whosoever will lie about me intentionally, فَلْيَتَبَوَّأْ مَقَعْدَهُ مِنَ النَّارِ. He should find his final destination and he should seek for his final destination in hellfire.